There are 3 ways that clients can pay for invoices in My Doma Studio. The first is by logging in and using either ACH or credit card. The second is by paying through credit card via an email link. This means they don't have to have logged into their account. And the third is if they use an alternative payment method, such as check or cash, and you, the designer, mark the invoice as paid using the Mark as Paid feature. I'll now show you how to send an invoice to a client for them to pay via email. From within the Invoices section of a project, I can see the unpaid invoices and the paid invoices. Both invoice 176 and 203 are set to payable. Let's take a look at invoice 176. I can see that there are no errors on this invoice. It's ready to be paid for by the client. In order to email an invoice to a client, you'll click Email Invoice. By default, the client email is already pre-populated, the client name, and there's some sample email body text. You can go in and edit this if you'd like. I'll now press Send Invoice. I can see at the top that the invoice has been emailed to the client. If at any point I want to take email access away from the client, I can press Revoke Access from Email. I'm now looking at invoice 176 from the client perspective. They received an email with a link to pay their invoice. They clicked on the invoice and it redirects them to this page. I can see the total balance due on the invoice, the items we added, and a green Pay Now button. As the client, I'll press Pay Invoice. The client will fill out their information, press Confirm and Submit Payment. The Pay Now button has been removed, and we can see the balance paid is $4,037.50. Logging back in as the designer and going to the invoices for this project, I can see that invoice 176 has been updated and it has now been paid in full. I'm also notified that an invoice has been paid in my email. By clicking into the space and going back to the proposal, I can see that the individual items on the proposal have also been updated. The living room furniture package is now tagged with invoice paid, and the curated cocktail table has been updated to invoiced paid.